All right. Shalom, shalom, boys. Yeah. Well, it has been a beautiful and productive week. And I feel great. I feel good. Uh, the project is moving along. And I've been able to line up the electrician, the plumber. So we're going to hit it hard. Getting everything, all of the plumbing put in, shower, sink, vanity, toilet, electrical, recessed lights. It's going to look real nice after we finish. But I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to getting it done. But, I was thinking, and, it's amazing what's going on, again, in this country financially. And what harsh economic times are causing people to do. So make sure that this is plugged in. So it's one thing to read about these stories. $33 trillion in debt, credit card debt at all-time high, student loan debt at all-time high, mortgage delinquencies, defaults, and rates all-time high. Evictions. See, people ain't talking about the evictions from the eviction moratorium that is open to all these backlog, these evictions. People are really hurting. And it's one thing to look at the macroeconomics of it. It's another thing to be able to take a face and match up a face with a statistic. See, most people are walking around, we're all statistics. It just depends on what side of the graph, depending on what graph you're looking at, or what side of the pie or what section of the pie do you belong in. And it's sad to see a lot of people in the red. We've been warning for years about this situation. And, myself and people on YouTube, people on Facebook, been warning. And it seems as though everybody is out having a good time, living it up, hot girl summer, hot boy summer, whatever it is, what they do, posting on Facebook. They're just living a life. Everything's great. But again, when you know people's personal situations, it's just all a facade. I recently watched a video and posted a video of this Rose lady that was scamming people and was doing credit repair and was jacking people for their money, not repairing and doing all types of fraudulent police reports. People will present one thing but cannot show the work or show the fruit of anything that they're really doing. They can't, everything is a gimmick, a scam, a hustle. And now that lady's gonna, she owes millions of dollars and she's gonna spend a lot of time in jail. She's gonna do federal time. And I'm telling you, man, this stuff is serious. So it's one thing to read about these stories. And it's another thing to be able to put a face to it. Been warning folks for years, and it's sad to see someone 2 years ago. I can say for a lot of people, 2 years ago, they were better off than they were today. You got people over the span of the last 2 years have completely dropped out of the middle class and are on their way to poverty. And these very same people that have been warned, been yelling and screaming and hollering and videos, at the end of the day, they're not doing anything. At the end of the day, they're not making any changes, and they're going down that decline. And it's sad to see. It's very unfortunate to see this go on and be able to match a face with the calamity that's going on economically. People are hurting. People are really in some serious pain out there, and that's not being reported. YouTubers and stuff, and people are showing stuff of what's going on out there. However, it's not being shown. You got, and who's at the bottom of the totem pole when it comes to this economic thing. Black folk catching hell left and right, and it seems as though the more and more destitute folks become, the more and more they have to put up this facade that they're well. Listen, if you're busting down a Walmart job, being a Walmart packer, doing that shit all day, and then you got to turn around and do Uber at night, you're in a pretty bad state. Those are the people that are getting crushed the most. You a CNA or customer service representative, or one of these low-paying, low-wage, low-skill jobs. Those are the people that are suffering the most, where they can't even keep together the little lifestyle that they had before. See, poor folk, there's certain people, they can't go no further or no further down than where they are. They're the official poor. That's how you would classify them. Then you got the middle class, which I know a lot of people that have passed out of the middle class, and they're no longer middle class citizens. They're now poor. They're poor on their way to destitute. And again, you see these faces, and folks want to borrow money, and folks want to. So this is why I don't loan out money to folks that are in these kind of situations. The folks that you've been warning, no, absolutely not. You got folks out there in genuine need, people that may be in a bind that's hitting it, you know what I'm saying? Of course, and you shouldn't be charging your brother, your sister interest. Anybody know how much I despise interest. I mean, you got these credit cards, man. I try and make sure, or I absolutely make sure, that those credit cards are paid off in 20 days from the time that the payment, that the transaction was posted. I got a situation, I got to do another draw from the client, is I bought a whole bunch of material. I bought it last week, but go ahead, get that money, and go ahead and send that payment off, send that money order off to the credit card company so that they can get paid. But I'm telling you, man, people are living off credit cards. Their savings are depleted. And it's a sad situation to see. But folks been warned for years, and they chose to do nothing. And so therefore, you got to eat the fruit of your own ways. It's one thing where, somebody wasn't warned, or somebody was ill-advised, something like that. But it's another thing for people that have been warned and shown, and they still do nothing. You got to deal with the consequences. The psychological distress, the emotional stress, the economic stress is showing clearly on people. And it's amazing how, again, this social media thing has taught us to be able to make it appear as though we're doing really well. But in the sidelines, we're not doing well at all. We're one flat tire away from car devastation. We're one busted pipe away from homelessness. We're one payment away. One catastrophe. Folks today ain't got no emergency fund. Tell them have an emergency fund. Have access to a couple of dollars. I mean, it's interesting, I ran into a situation where I needed to tap into my emergency fund. I was going down to Arkansas and I had my trailer. Man, I tell you, man, that, my fuel pump blew. And I had to take care of it right then and there. It cost me damn near $2,000 with a hotel and to fix the truck, but I had to have that done. This before I even got any credit. But you need to make sure that you have those funds available. But a lot of people, unfortunately, don't. And this is why this situation economically is going to force folk to come together. It really is. And we need to. Don't come together when you're destitute and you're broke. Come together when you have a little bit of resources to pull together with others. And y'all can put together a game plan to see it through. But, it's sad to see people. You know what their plan is? Their plan is that when all other options fail, they're going to try and think you are going to be an option. And I'm telling you, this is why it's going to be just nasty and brutal out there, in these latter days. Because people, I tell you, man, it's entitlement. Let me live my life, do what I want to do at the expense of everybody else. And then when things go south, then I'll come out to you and yeah. Leeches and predators, that's exactly what they are. I would tell you, what to do with these people on site. You see folk like this because they're dangerous. I mean, they are literally some dangerous people, some selfish, self-centered people. And people out there, people are blatant, open with their stuff today. Make sure that you are handling your finances well. Those of you who have resources. Because, in this day and age, once people go down, there's very few people, you see these stories of people, rags to riches. Listen here, those are very small percentages of the population that are able to turn out from being homeless on the street to self-made millionaire. It's just, people think that these things, it can apply to them. And I'm telling, ain't got no plan, no goals, no realistic. I'm telling you, man, it's sad. But pray for folk. It's disheartening to see, especially the children, how the children are going to suffer as a direct result of these poor financial decisions. That the lineage suffers as a direct result of the father's inability to plan for the future. It's sad. But we're going to get after it. Y'all stay blessed. Get your financial house in order. Get your spiritual house in order. Get your mind in order. Because it's looking pretty bad. But for those, I did hear the meek would inherit the earth. Huh?